They adore her femininity. They found her fragility always in their vicinity. When they scrambled her chastely, she zipped her love and left with nobility. Hello everybody, I'm Parth ARORA. In front of you, would like to take a few of your minutes to elaborate a bit about the topic women empowerment. Gender equality is the first and foremost a human right. A woman is entitled to live in dignity and in freedom from want and from fear. Empowering women is an indispensable tool for advancing development and reducing poverty. Empowered women contribute to the health and the productivity of the whole families and communities, and to improve prospects for the next generation. The importance of gender equality is underscored by its inclusion as one of the 8th Millennium Development Goals. Gender equality is acknowledged as being a key to the other 7 goals. Yet, discrimination persists against women and girls, including gender-based violence, economic discrimination, reproductive health inequalities, and harmful traditional practices remains the most pervasive and persistent form of inequality. Question comes to mind: how to create and how to empower a woman? Let's together create a safe space for them. Support their independence and mobility, teaching them to read and write, increase savings and income, e-job skills and seed businesses, boost their decision-making power. Women of our nation have brought laurels and global recognition from diverse fields. Be it Kalpana Chawla or Saina Nehwal, Kiran Desai or Indira Nooyi, Mrs. Indira Gandhi or Lata Mangeshkar, idols glow from Indian women. The need of the times demands them to be proactive members of the changing times. They should utilize the ladder of reservation, shine beyond all their hues of the talent and eczema. The story of any other nation is often judged by glancing at the stand of empowerment of women. It is
Hello, I SWATI Singh, third year student of BA LLB Honours. Today I am going to speak on women empowerment. Women empowerment refers to making women powerful, to make them capable of deciding for themselves. Women have suffered a lot through the years of hands of society. In earlier centuries, they were treated almost as non-existence, as if all the rights belonged to men, even something of basic voting rights. As time evolved, women realized their power. Then began the revolution of women empowerment. As women were not allowed to make decisions for themselves, women empowerment came in like a breath of fresh air. It made them aware of their rights and how they must make their own place in society rather than depending on men. It recognizes the fact that things cannot simply work for someone's favor because of the gender. However, we still have a long way when we talk about the reasons why we should do it. Need of women empowerment in India. Women empowerment is needed more than ever. India is amongst the country which are not safe for women. There are various reasons for it. Firstly, women in India are danger of honor killing. Their family take their own lives, bringing shame and reputation to the family. Women aren't allowed to pursue higher education, are married early, suffer from domestic violence and rape. They don't know what they should do or don't stand up for their rights because of lack of education and knowledge. How to empower women? Education should be compulsory for girls and women all over India at a certain age, and a certain type of knowledge should be provided. As the quote says, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. There are various schemes made by Ministry of Women and Child Development to provide women's opportunity. Article 15 Clause 3 of Indian Constitution mentions the welfare of women and children and can state nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any special provision for women or children. Special schemes are launched by the government. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, launched in 2015 to prevent gender-based sex selection, to ensure participation of girls, to ensure their safety. One Step Center launched in 2015 was one of the scheme. Women helplines are launched. Ujjwala 2016 scheme. Working Women Hostel 1972 to 1973 scheme. Swadhargrah 2018 scheme, Nirbhaya 2012 scheme. There are many schemes that are launched for safety of women. Government has tried their best and taken a lot of steps for safety of women empowerment.
The empowered women is powerful beyond measures and beautiful beyond description. Hi, I am PARUL GUPTA. So let us start the discussion on women empowerment. Today there is so much glamour about women empowerment and their dreams, but can it be defined for what it means? Women empowerment is an authority or power which is given to women to do something. Nowadays, women are excelling in each and every field but could not reach to the heights of excellence. In our country, the literacy rate of women is still 53.87%, and one third of the young girls are also malnourished. According to the surveys, 50% of the Indian women do not have their own bank accounts and their own mobiles, which will also indicate that they are still illiterate and unemployed in current scenario. scenario, women are raped in cities and are also blamed that they are the main reason for increasing the crime against women. Reasons are traveling late nights, women wearing western dresses and partying in pubs. But this is the similar situation occurring in the villages as well, where women wearing sari and salwar as their daily wears. Women empowerment is not only doing charity for education but also taking care of them. There is a need of women empowerment to come out of the fear and live their happy life. If the incident happen, they fearlessly contact to the police and report their own issues. This is the real empowerment. Being an optimistic citizen of country, the situation will be definitely change, but we need to accept the positive changes. Thank you.
Hello, I'm ANKIT. I'm a fourth-year law student of Shambazar Law College, Kolkata. Today I'm going to speak on women empowerment, but before that I would like to thank Legal Orchid in association with Legal Intellect for giving me this opportunity to speak on this matter. In India, women empowerment is a little lagging behind when compared to the other Western countries. I believe that India needs to include more initiatives to promote gender equality, which is very much necessary for the empowerment of women. India is still a developing country and a growing nation. There is no doubt that our country is a male-dominated country. The citizens of our country needs to understand that men aren't the only ones having the power. They have half power and the other half belongs to women. It is due to the hard works of both men and women India is developing in every field. Women should be the leaders in deciding their own lives. If they can take the power of the whole family, why not take hold of the business or our India current affairs of the country? It is a responsibility of every citizen of the country to change their mind towards the empowerment of women and give them full freedom to choose their life for themselves. Women should be empowered socially, mentally and physically. When women in the country are empowered with education and career, they are improving the economic status of the family and help reduce poverty in the country. It is seen that when women are educated in the family, the future generation is getting a better chance. In India, there are so many social issues hindering women's empowerment. Example, gender-based violence, abuse, reproductive health inequalities, economic discrimination. Traditional practices are few forms of inequality targeted towards the women. It is important for our country to fight all social issues against women and support women empowerment in a full-fledged way. So we, as citizens of India, have to change our mindset and support the women of our country to gain power in a household as well as in society. Let us make our country's women empowered in every aspect of life. Thank you very much.
To all pretty girls and beautiful women out there, myself, Advocate UTKARSHA M.KIRAD from Pune, would like to raise an issue on women empowerment. Let's start with a quote noting, "Empower a woman and develop the nation." What I want to speak is, every woman is already given more access than a man is given. And in fact, all the laws are in favor of a woman. So that clearly points out that there are laws which empower a woman for her protection. The issue is, some of the women are using it wisely and some of the women are misusing it. Now, for the one who points out that the women aren't empowered, for them, I want to speak that how much liberty she needs more. Now, I would like to conclude my topic with few words and reveal a fact that no woman in this era is considered less to a man. She holds the potential to do everything and anything, and enough freedom is also provided to her. Thank you.
When a woman stands for herself, she stands for all. Hello everyone. With all due respect to women, I, ADVETA, would like to convey my message on women empowerment. The term empowerment naturally presupposes a sense of powerlessness, doesn't it? Well, with women, it has been rightly so. But first of all, we need to understand what empowerment of women really means if we have to understand its impact. Empowerment is about being given authority and power to do something, about becoming strong and confident, being aware of one's rights and privileges, and having the ability to control one's life in a more meaningful way. But now, let me confront some bitter truths. Women empowerment is definitely a reality today, but the question is it enough? Without doubt, there are many places where the voice of women is still not heard. Discrimination exists, and even in the corporate world, we talk about glass ceiling. The media sensationalizes crime against women, which is growing alarmingly. Besides that, domestic violence, sexual harassment, female feticide, dowry, etc. continue to be the evils of our time, and the list goes on and on. Patriarchal societies in most countries are adept at exploitation as well as victimization of women. Each year, around 239,000 girls die because of gender-linked discrimination. Apart from that, crimes directed specifically against women are reported from all over the world. Even in Indian mythology, we believe that women are an incarnation of Shakti. We believe women empowerment is vital to our development, and despite all this, why women is in such a pathetic condition? Calling a nation independent doesn't make it independent where each and every individual of it isn't on the equal footing. There still remain questions about the acceptance of women empowerment. The most advanced of countries, while developing nations and nations under political duress, are far from achieving the desired status. Seeing all this, we are forced to think that has the empowerment of women really happened? We all need to think upon that. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone. Hi, this is GUPTA, a law student of BBA LLB from Presidency University, Bangalore. Today I am here to present a short speech on women's empowerment. A woman is the most powerful and beautiful creation of God. Behind our existence, there is a woman. But somewhere in our society, women are still underestimated and believed to be weaker than man. Although a man exists only because he had been given birth by women, and making a life is not an easy task, and women are blessed with this graceful power of creating life. So everybody knows, and even I have heard about women empowerment through media, general discussions or seminars, as it is one of the most discussed social issues. But have you ever wondered why women's empowerment is a social issue? People need to understand what exactly women empowerment is. I believe that it is a means to support and promote development for the economic as well as social development. Women for centuries have been confined to the houses and asked us to do the household work. This situation can be seen in both developed and underdeveloped nations of the world, bearing a few exceptions. No matter how successful women are, she needs to work when she returns home from work. It is right that women should work household chores, but not only them, men are equally responsible for the same work women are asked to do. Like it is said that charity begins at home, the same thing applies to the nation. A nation can only achieve its truest social and economic development when women are not neglected rather than given full freedom and equality. Shabriti ji, remarkably in Dalit family, once said, "We are no more dependent on our husbands to meet daily household expenses. Rather, we are in a position to provide them pocket money." We all know that our government has laws for women, but they need to getting it into an action, as they are not strictly used in the country. Lastly, as Mahatma Gandhi ji said, be the change you want to see in the world. The situations in the country will only change when we will change. So that's all.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, नारी शक्ति के संदर्भ में मैं आपसे क्या कहूँ। नारी तू एक ऐसी शक्ति है जो इस संसार को उजागर करती है। नारी है तो सब कुछ है, नारी नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं। आज नारी ही तो वह शक्ति है, वह माँ है जिसने मुझे जन्म दिया, मुझे चलना सिखाया, मुझे बोलना सिखाया और मुझे मेरे जीवन का सही मतलब एवं लक्ष्य बताया। आज मेरी नस नस में मेरी माँ का ही तो खून दौड़ता है ना। मेरे लिए तो तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही लक्ष्मी, तू ही सरस्वती और तू ही माँ काली है। तू ही तो वह नारी है जिसने मदर टेरेसा के रूप में सभी गरीबों और असहायों की निस्वार्थ भाव से सेवा की और समय आने पर अपना रौद्र रूप धारण करके महारानी लक्ष्मीबाई बनकर अपने सभी दुश्मनों का नरसंहार भी किया। इतिहास गवाह है, जिस जिस क्षेत्र में नारियों ने कार्य किया वहां सफलता की एक नई मिसाल भी कायम की है। कल्पना चावला के रूप में चांद पर जाकर हिंदुस्तान का ध्वज लहराया। इंदिरा गांधी के रूप में देश का सुदृढ़ता से नेतृत्व किया। सरोजनी नायडू के रूप में अपनी कलम की शक्ति से भारत की कोकिला का खिताब भी जीता। हे नारी, तू अपूर्व है, तू अद्भुत है, तू महान है। तेरी गुणगान में मैं जितने भी शब्दों का प्रयोग करूंगा शायद उतने ही कम पड़ेंगे, परंतु फिर भी मैं अंत में यही कहना चाहूंगा कि क्या है इस दुनिया में जो यह नारी नहीं कर सकती। क्या है इस दुनिया में जो यह नारी नहीं कर सकती? अरे जरा पंख तो खोलने दो, यह नारी आसमान भी छू सकती है। धन्यवाद।
Hello everyone, my name is RUTUJA GUJAR pursuing Law degree from Sandeep University, Nasik. Let's talk about women empowerment. Today, I am here presenting myself in front of you all with all of the strong and enthusiastic girls is because of the opportunity that I got. That's women empowerment. Raising a girl at a level where she finds herself strong and capable enough is women empowerment. Serving equal opportunities to women and fostering education is women empowerment. It is irrefutably true that Indian society has achieved a notable advancement in fortifying vital privileges, civil rights and liberties of women. Yet, in every corner of the world, there are few unprivileged girls still suffering as their rights and liberties are exploited. Women are still looked upon inferior and subordinate to men. Melinda Gates rightly mentioned, a woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman, but the search to find that voice can be remarkably difficult. Women shouldn't get comfortable with the unremitting exploitation. Even if she experiences a slight amount of suppression, it is a duty to fight for her rights. Clampdown of basic human rights, especially educational rights, should be dealt as a heinous crime, because not providing education to a girl is like cutting limb of a body. It's a major hindrance in the way of progress of the nation. There's a need for gender neutralism in our language also. Even in the constitution, which is law of land, a person is referred as he and not she. Equality should be in real terms, not just in our books and thoughts. Legislature has successfully introduced various laws acting as a legal shields to exterminate inequitable and unethical practices against women. Just proper implementation is required. Law is just an apparatus to fetch a change in society. Thank you to all the parents who are giving their level best to mold their girl child into a strong lady. But we all need to raise our voice to those unfortunate girls. As Sushma Swaraj once said, it is imperative to make women empowerment a people's movement. Women are epitome of wealth and power, wisdom and strength. Thank you.
आई एम नीलकंठ मंडल, स्टूडेंट एट बंगाल लॉ कॉलेज फ्रॉम वेस्ट बंगाल। वुमेन यानी एक महिला किसी की माँ होती है, किसी की बीवी होती है, किसी की बहन होती है, किसी की बेटी भी होती है। आज हम लोग जो भी है एक महिला के ही कारण है। फिर भी हम लोग महिला को सुरक्षा नहीं देते हैं, इज्जत नहीं देते हैं। हमारे संविधान मेल एंड फीमेल को इक्वल रखा है। संविधान ने वुमेन को सुरक्षा प्रदान कर रही है, मगर हमारे सोसाइटी उनको एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रही है। हमारे सोसाइटी में मेल एंड फीमेल में इनइक्वलिटी दिखा जाता है। एक लड़का और एक लड़की में डिफरेंस यही होता है कि एक लड़का को अच्छी शिक्षा देते हैं, अच्छे स्कूल भेजते हैं, अच्छे कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी भेजते हैं, मगर अभी भी बहुत सारे गांव है जहां पे लड़की को अच्छे एजुकेशन नहीं देते हैं। और भी हम देखते हैं कि हमारे देश में एक लड़की को बिलो 18 ईयर्स शादी किया जाता है। वुमेन को बहुत सा नेग्लेक्ट किया जाता है। वुमेन अब बाहर कोई जाते हैं अकेले तो उसको इप टीजिंग का शिकार होना पड़ता है। ऐसा बहुत सारा कारण है जो हमारे देश में महिला आज भी पीछे चल रही है। आज भी हमारे देश में फीमेल भ्रूण हत्या किया जाता है। आज भी हमारे देश में डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस एक्ट होने के बावजूद भी हमारे देश के महिला अत्याचारित है। हमारे देश में लॉ ऑलरेडी है मगर हम लोग फॉलो नहीं करते हैं, इसलिए आज भी हमारे देश में वुमेन पीछे चल रही है। शायद ये सब हमारे सोसाइटी का ही कारण है। अगर एक लड़का डॉक्टर बन सकता है तो एक लड़की भी बन सकती है। अगर एक लड़का BSF या मिलिट्री आर्मी हो सकता है तो एक लड़की भी हो सकती है। सो लड़की को कमज़ोर मत समझिए, उनको शिक्षा दीजिए, उनको उनका अधिकार दीजिए, तभी हमारे देश आगे बढ़ेगा।